Good morning, this is Pixie doing another video. Just thoughts of CEO mad, I don't know. Well, people say, oh, you look a lot thinner, so it's just my shape's changing. And that's kind of important as well, because I've been doing some sort of more press-ups and things. I'm feeling stronger and fitter in myself. But I also realise that healing and development will require inflammation, because your body undergoes a change, and it's like it holds it in place while the change takes place, and it supports it. It's a bit like if you went to the gym. If your muscles didn't swell up, you might end up tearing something. It's holding it all in place while it evaluates it and heals it. And that might be true for internal organs. I felt like organs pulling in and flattened me out a bit. It's because it's not junked up with loads of food getting forced through it. So it's naturally, where there's curves and there's points in the body where potentially food might get stuck or stay there a bit longer than it needs to. So this might be one of the factors that involves in sort of how we change. And the diet has sort of opened up a bit more, so it's starting to look a little bit like a warrior from a general OMAD. And sort of the carbohydrates have come in slightly. I'm not putting loads into the diet. It's just a bit like I had a sort of coffee I picked up at a garage, and I had a cup of tea with a client in the morning. So 12 o'clock I wanted to get the feeding out of the way, and then for the rest of the evening don't really eat anything. Maybe look towards drinking more fluids and water and stuff. And so people notice changes, but they're at different levels. They say, "Oh, you look good. Your skin looks good. Your eyes look great." I've started implementing more cold baths as well. I did one at about 11 o'clock last night. It didn't affect my sleeping cycle. I just ran the cold tap in the bath, and it was cold to sit in it, and I shivered. But the shivers are not very long. I don't shiver for a long time. So it's interesting. That's either a very good sign, but it can be to do with your brown fat ratio. I guess some people have got less brown fat, the more lean they are, they absorb more into their body, or it's more compressed basically. So so you tend to shake, you're sitting there, your body cools down internally, or it adapts your nervous system. Now if you just jumped into a frozen lake, you would shock your whole body, which I don't know, you could do if you wanted to sort of just trying to somehow make your body tougher in some ways to dramatic shocks, but you don't have to. You can just simply take your time a bit more, let it adjust, and so you teach the body how to adapt, and then when it's adapted it feels more relaxed. So I sat in the cold water, and I sat there for about 10-15 minutes. Fantastic. And I do actually I like watching women jog. I like seeing people that care about their health and sort of focused on their bettering themselves. I quite like that. It shows personal development. I can't jog around because my knee joint will just be absolutely wrecked. There's different things I can do. I might do if I get lighter, but I'm not going to be pushing it. I mean, I'm 17 stone. And I look okay, but what I'm doing is slowly working the process of getting thinner and leaner. Like I'm doing more stuff to try to get the improved muscular tissues, and just working through things. Like I'm doing this cold sleeps, I guess you could call them. I'm in an environment where it's colder around me, and I'm sleeping on top of the covers, and I'm doing that to see how my body is, and it's got used to warming itself up. A bit like I'm sat in a cold bath, and the upper part of my body is warm. I can feel my back's hot, my legs are freezing because they're underwater, but they're not bothered. And I just sort of eventually you just lay down in it. Once you're in it, you're fine. If you're kind of in between it, it's initially the nerves on the skin that sort of tingle a bit and want to kind of protect itself. And then I've had stuff when I'm underwater. I try to do I want to do some healing work on my eyes, because basically I've got the veins sticking up my eyes, So I might have to make some ice for it, and then put the ice, like an ice pack, on my eye, and then just try to cool the veins down and see what happens. You can resculpt the corneal. There's some special thing, and that will reshape your eye. So that way, it's a corrective method, so you don't need glasses really. It's like a contact lens that shapes, hard contact lens that reshapes the eye, and you wear them at night, and that refixes that part of it. So yeah, so some improvement work. I mean, if it does work on the eyes, things like when people have got what they call them crow's feet on their eyes, would have something to solve that. Just been washing my skin basically in water, and the skin's it's actually naturally quite moisturised. People that are whacking on moisturiser all the time, it's because they're using too much detergents and things on their skin. So my pH is better. I guess the other thing as well is that natural bacteria that exists on the body, these cultures, they call them like bacterial flora, exists on the skin. It's one of the reasons why doing care work you have to keep your hands very sterile, because you'd be giving somebody else some of your bacteria or sharing some of their own. And some people are unhealthy, and so you don't want to really pick up on something that's been lingering with them for months, maybe years. That's like a type of yeast infection or something. But your own bacteria, if it's good and healthy, then it protects your skin. So that's fine. My hair's normalising. It's a bit like horse hair. It feels like horse or dog's hair. It's got its natural oils, so it looks slightly different. When it was wet, I was like really stretching it out. I mean, not perfect. I'm just gonna let it grow at the moment. Same for here. Just let this grow, and then I'll put that into something. Put it into a beard ponytail or something, whatever they call it. A beard tail. And yeah, just working on a new look really. I mean, it's part of what you mentioned about showcasing. If you cause transformations internally and externally, it will definitely drift into your psyche. You'll see yourself as a new person, and then you need to adapt what this new person is. You put the somatics into the thinking process and create the new avatar in essence. So are you calm and relaxed? I think some qualities will shift over anyway, but you don't want to be angry or resentful or hold on to anything. So I'm trying to figure out how to deal with certain other people's psyches, and it's not productive. I mean, if you want to destroy a relationship, fine, you could say what you feel. I mean, it could be that if somebody said I wanted to be a friend, I said, well, if I have to be a friend, I would also need to be quite honest with you about some things, and if it irritates you, then just chat to me. You know, like if somebody says, oh, pick this up or do this or whatever, and they're kind of undermining you, but normally if you're sort of all lovey-dovey, you'd probably think, oh yeah, I'll do that for you. But they might mean to be a bit more persuasive in getting you to do things that when they didn't before, because you were kind of spoiling them. So you need to get that balance in place, you know. Sort of pedestaling people, you know, just get it you know, where it should be. And any other thoughts? So yeah, I think that's the OMAD's good. A bit worn out at the moment, but I'm coping well. And I say the OMAD doesn't have to be so strict. I think as long as you're not changing on the scales, you're still working towards your goals and you're happy. Because if you're unhappy in whatever you're doing, you're not going to hang on to it. You won't last. It's just the way we are. Some of us work towards pleasure. We like a bit of pain sometimes. Different focus. And then I guess I focus different phases. I get into other bits of projects and stuff as I go. I need to push some more things forward. Like I need to make a load of colloidal gold. What happens if I take a constant dosage of colloidal gold? Or if I take a heavy dosage, I'll have like crazy dreams on a fast. I might open up a different part of my psyche or something. And I need to evaluate my brain as well, whether it's I've ever had any minor strokes or something. I was wondering about that, 'cause sometimes language I articulate the wrong words. I'm not so bad at the videos, but under pressure I might do, and that could be a sign of some damage in the past. Anyway, this is pig's half.